Okay, you guys. I'm probably going to cut that part out because it was kind of deep. But I want to talk about, I want your guys' opinion about something, okay? All right. So, you guys remember, if you've been here for a while, okay? Do you guys remember, and I'm just going to say Valparaiso Street because everybody knows. Y'all sent the fucking cops over there. Do you guys remember when I was leaving Valparaiso Street, what Sadie was doing when I was trying to walk her? Who remembers? Biting? No. Laying down? Yes. You guys, I was trying to walk her, and it was like someone was being mean to her when she was walking because she was laying down on, she would lay down on the ground and she wouldn't let me walk her. It's what she was doing. I have my suspicions about what happened, but I'm not going to go there right now. That's not what this is about. I'm past that. So, you guys, she has started doing it again, okay? And I am the only one that walks her. And we know I'm not going to be mean to my queen, okay? So, we were stuck. She wanted to go for a walk. She likes to walk in the morning, noon, and night. And sometimes I don't get the noon one because I'm out doing stuff. But for sure, she'll get morning, noon, and night. And Sadie has a backyard, okay? She has a whole backyard. But she doesn't like to poop in her own yard. That's the reason. And she likes to walk. Sadie's a walker. So I let her out to go to the bathroom, but she enjoys these walks in the morning and at night. Okay? And she knows too what time it's time to go. You guys saw it. So, anyways, we got stuck in a storm. Remember when it was storming really bad? We got stuck in that storm. And she don't like thunder. She don't like thunder. So it started thundering really bad and we had to hurry up and come back, okay? And I thought because of that, she started laying down again and not wanting to go certain ways, down certain streets. So, okay. Oh my gosh. I did. Yeah, Jesse. Yes. You guys remember by the doctor's office. Yes. Okay. Anyways. So I thought because of that, she's scared because we got stuck in that storm. And I never thought anything about it. She'll walk in the morning, really good. But once it comes in the nighttime walk, she won't go. And I thought, if I take her earlier, I tried to take her earlier. I tried to take her later. I tried to switch up which way I go. I tried to, because I'm a creature of habit, so I like to go the same ways. Like, I have one route everywhere. But I tried it all, okay? She refuses to go on a walk at night. I don't know what it is. She's getting the leash on. I'm putting the leash on, the vest on, and we're getting like 2 houses down, and she's freaking out, and she's laying down in the middle of the road, and she won't go any further until I turn around. Okay? Either way I turn, that's what she does. And I've been working with her, trying to get her out of it, okay? So today, it's been a couple weeks she's been doing this. And every once in a while, she'll go and not give me a problem. But like once a week, she'll do that. All the other days, she is laying down on the road, in the middle of the road, and will not go any further. Okay? I'm not going to force her. I'm not one to force things upon people. Okay? I never forced my children to do anything. I'm not going to force Sadie to do anything she doesn't want to do, right? So we come right back. But I try every day. I keep trying and talking to her and taking treats and trying, because that's how I got her out of it the last time. Remember, I would take the treats on the walk with me. Okay? I would take the bone with me. I tried to take a bone with me to get her to walk around. She will not do it. Sometimes she won't even leave the yard. And I never paid attention to the surroundings around me of when this is happening. Okay? I'm more focused on, she's laying down in the middle of the road and she's shaking and she is visibly scared. Okay? That's what I'm focused on. Like, and I kept thinking, what is wrong with her? So today, I take her on a walk, and it just so happened that the neighbor opened the door and tried to come out, and Sadie looked at him, and starts pulling back home. I'm like, here she goes. So I turned around, I start walking towards home, and the neighbor is going down to his mailbox. And Sadie lays down in the middle of the road and stares at him. And I thought, how bizarre. So I started walking towards, and I'm trying to pull her, and she's just laying in the middle of the road with her ears back, staring at that guy, shaking, okay? So he gets his mail, he goes back up to the house. I'm kneeled down, petting her, telling her, it's okay, good girl. The guy gets closer to the house. Sadie stands up and starts walking home. And so I get her in the house, and I'm thinking, that's fucking weird. Okay? There goes medevac. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sometimes when I have my earbuds and you guys can't hear the surroundings around me. Okay, so I get her in the house, and I get in the shower, and I'm in the shower, and I'm thinking about this, what just happened, and I'm like, I wonder, because this is the next door neighbor that lives directly, like, and he's got dogs too. I wonder if he was mean to her. Not like, because it's through the fence, but I wonder if she was barking and he yelled at her to shut up. Or maybe he yelled at his dogs to shut up, and she thought that he was yelling at her, because Sadie don't like yelling. It makes her very nervous. It gives her anxiety. And I thought, okay. And so I got dressed, and the thoughts are racing through my mind. And the thoughts are racing, and I'm getting pissed. Because now I know she is fucking scared of him. Okay? So I go over and knock on his door. And you guys, the only interaction I had with this particular neighbor is when I first moved in. He was setting up his boat and his camper, and they were going somewhere, and he's like, hey, come here. And I walked over there. He's like, would you want to go with us this weekend? I said, do you think that's appropriate? I'm not going to be friends with my neighbors. No. I said, do you think that's appropriate? And I'm looking at him and his two 17-year-old kids. No, that's weird. So, boys, 17-year-old boys, I should say. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. And I won't go there. I'm not going to body shame or look shame or anything. But, I started knocking on his door. And I said, I want to know why my dog is scared of you. And he said, I don't know. I've never been over there. And I said, did you yell at her through the fence? And he was like, well, they wouldn't shut up. Meaning his dogs. And I said, did you yell at my dog? And he was like, she wouldn't shut up either. I said, so you yelled at my dog? You fucking yelled at my dog? And he's like, well, then she should shut up and be quiet. I said, she's a fucking dog. She's outside in the yard. And I said, if you ever yell at my fucking dog again, I swear to God, I will. I'm not even going to say the rest. I'm not even going to say it. I said, don't look at my dog. Don't fucking talk to her. Don't say a word to her. I said, she's a good dog. You don't have to yell at her. I said, you don't know that her anxiety is yelling. The yelling. She doesn't like it. She will go in the corner and start shaking. She doesn't like the yelling. For some, I know why, but I'm not even going to go there. But it's a trigger for her. Dogs have anxiety too, okay? They have anxiety, they have depression, and people can say dogs or whatever. No, they have feelings too, okay? And so I come back home and I've been watching Sadie for a couple days, and I realized she won't go on that side of the yard and I never noticed that before because I just let her out. And then we have a gate on the front porch where just close the gate and we sit out on the porch, and it's like fenced in. So we just sit out there, and I know. I call the cops for what? And say what? And say what? He didn't hurt her. But now he's yelled at her, and I said, you just saw what she did in the middle of the road. And he's like, okay, I won't talk to her. I said, please, you don't have to yell at her. She's barking because your dogs are barking all hours of the day and night, okay? That's why she's barking. And you guys, he will leave 100-degree weather, and these poor dogs will be left outside all day long. All day. And I don't want to go in their fence and give them water. So I do give them water, but I'm not going to tell you guys how. I'm not going to tell you guys how I give him water. I mean, I don't think he watches this, but I'm not going to say how I reach over the fence, get over the fence to give them water without stepping foot in his yard and making contact with the dogs, because I don't know what they're going to do, you know. So Animal Patrol has been over there. Animal Patrol has been here and asked me, why are your dogs barking for hours? I said, my dog is right here. And he comes inside and he's petting her, and the dogs are outside barking. And I said, see, that's not my dog. And I take him in the backyard. I said, over there. And so they've been over to his house. But, you know, they don't have to open the door to them. And I mean, unless there's a cop, they don't have to open the door to Animal Patrol. But that's why she won't go for a walk. And I felt really bad. I feel really bad because I just now realized what is happening. It takes me a while to catch on to things, guys. So what was happening on Valparaiso Street? We're not going to go there. I'm not talking about that. Yeah, you guys remember when her foot was broke? I don't want to talk about that. I'm not going to go there. I do know. I don't know exactly what happened, but I have a good idea of what happened. I mean, it wasn't broke on purpose. I think it was broke because somebody was mad. And did something to cause it. Maybe they didn't mean to. You know what I mean? But it happened. It happened and that's okay. She's better. She's okay. She does lick it sometimes, but she didn't have to have a cast. It wasn't broken all the way. It was cracked, is what they were saying, and that the crack will heal itself, and to let her lick it because that's her way of healing it. And so I did that. I love Sadie. And so now I have to work with her again. And I don't know how long it's going to take because it took me forever to get her to stop doing that. And now she's doing it again. When it comes to Sadie, when it comes to my kids or Sadie, that's it. Like, I am going to show up at your door. I am. I've held back a couple months about certain things, but I am right there. I am right there. It's like, I don't care how old they are. I don't care if they don't speak to me for months. I don't care. I am one that if I hear you did something to my children or my dog, I am going to show up at your door. Because I'm that crazy. I try not to embarrass people, but I was mean to him. Yeah, fuck yeah, I was. Yes. It's okay, I'm not going to be here much longer anyways. So, being mean to my fucking dog. Bullshit. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think I should do? I did not, because what happened is I was at work, and so I had the call-off pager, of course, and they called me and they said that they would be late, and I'm thinking an hour. Girl, they didn't get there until like 10:30, and I didn't leave because then you got to do, your closing stuff, your report and all that. I didn't leave there until like 11, and when I was coming through, I had messaged him and he was already asleep, which well, I'm not gonna go there, which, I mean, he's probably in bed already, so that's early for a man to go to sleep. I don't know. Well, I don't know, guys. I don't know what a regular schedule is, because you guys know, like, I work evenings, midnights, some days. Like, I'm kind of all over the place. I am leaving for a month. And I kind of wanted to, like, get that over with before I left, but that's alright. It's alright. I mean, if he's still around in a month, then it was meant to be. If not, then it wasn't. I know, guys. Yeah, I've been like throwing up for the past couple days, and you guys, I literally have nothing in my body. Nothing. I am just now drinking a Pepsi for the first time in like 2 or 3 days. So you guys know I had the gastric bypass. So with that, you have to take certain medicine. Like, I only have like a small stomach, so you have to use a like omeprazole. It reduces acid and coats the stomach and all that good stuff. And I was taking that, and they think that it's not working anymore, or I have norovirus. Because nothing is staying down. Like, I'm throwing everything back up. I literally, I sit and like, I even looked up how long can somebody go without food. You can go like a week without food or some shit, they said. And like a week, 2 weeks without food, a week without water or some shit. Yeah, it is very different for people who have gastric bypass. It's very dangerous not to eat. It's very dangerous not to eat, and I've been trying to eat something every day, but I throw it back up every time. Well, I was at the doctor and they gave me a different stomach medicine. And if that doesn't work, then I have to go back and they're going to test for the norovirus. Because testing for the norovirus is different from like the COVID test and stuff. Or I ate something bad. No, I haven't eaten anywhere. I haven't eaten out. Even prior to that, I didn't eat out. I made a salad. David brought some strawberry shortcake, and that's all I had eaten in 2 days prior to me starting to get sick. I need to contact TikTok. Just thinking of TikTok shop. You guys, I haven't gotten anything. That's what made me think when you said that. I was like, oh yeah. Because there's something wrong with when I try to accept samples or whatever, it goes to video reminder, and there's no videos because I keep up with those. So I've gotten so much shit from TikTok shop, you guys. You're not allowed to sell it, but I thought you weren't allowed to sell it, so I started. I read the policy and it says you're not allowed to sell those items, so I started like those boxes of the dental stuff, those big boxes of like the toothpaste, mouthwash, mouth oil, those tongue cleaners. I got like 2 or 3 boxes of those. The women's products like eye cream, makeup, whatever they sent me, I bagged it all up and I dropped it off at the domestic violence shelter. Because I had like 4 razors, electric razors. I dropped that off, and then I had the men's razors. I had like 4 of them, I call them ball trimmers, okay? I don't know. I don't know what they're called. TikTok shop is embarrassing. They like to embarrass me because I have to make a video about that, and it's like, how are you telling 25,000 people that about this men's ball trimming thing? I did it though. There's a video up. I don't prefer to do that because it's very embarrassing to me. So, but I took those. I took, those beanies, those hats that everybody's been wearing from TikTok shop, that the younger generation, I bagged all those up. I took there was something else. Oh, men's, like, you know, men of color, they gave me like, you know, okay, black people have different kind of hair, right? I don't like talking about it because people get weird about, okay, so black people have different kind of hair. So the grease that they use in their hair is the grease that TikTok Shop sent me. So I took all that. The men's brushes I took there. I dropped them off at a boys' home. They were probably very shocked when they opened that and found ball trimmers in there. Oh shit. And yeah, so I had only a little bit of stuff for the boys' home. So I went to Walmart and I got those t-shirts, you know, that you buy that come in like 10 in a pack. I bought like 20 of those. I bought socks. There were some things on clearance that I picked up, and I took all that to the boys' home. But the women's shelter, I had so much shit. The domestic violence shelter, I had all that stuff to take. I do donate a lot to. We donate. I go and I make like little bags for the homeless people. I have like the travel size stuff in it, like deodorant, hair shampoo, baby wipes, toothpaste, toothbrush, stuff that they could use, you know, because they can't. I don't put hair shampoo in there. Shower caps. I put that in there, like, and I buy them by bulk, or I go to Dollar Tree. Yeah, I'm always doing stuff like that. No, I don't give homeless people ball trimmers because they don't have anywhere to plug it in. They're electric, you know, you got to plug them in. Yeah, night lights. I do add night lights to their bag. The women, I give them a can of mace. I even put a can of mace in the bags for them. Narcan, I put Narcan things in there, which I have a whole box of Narcan. The American Red Cross sent me a whole box to send to people, send out to people, or to hand out to people. So I do that when I go to Chicago. I give Narcan out there. And yes, I know the drug problem is everywhere. But where I'm at in Indiana, you don't see drug addicts hanging out on the street. Okay? But in Chicago, you do. They keep the streets pretty cleaned up around here where I'm at. They see you laying down, you know, outside of Walgreens or whatever. They will pick you up and take you to a shelter. The police will not allow it. The podcast, yeah, we were going to do it last week. But you guys, when we did our last one, it was storming. And when we went to eat, after he abruptly ended, we went to eat, and lightning has struck his monitor, his computer. So he got another one, but he's downloading the podcast stuff on it. And then we're going to start the second part of the podcast. Yeah. You guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta go pee, okay? I've been on for a while. I'll be back later,